Hey guys, welcome back to One Pretty Little Box. I am so glad you are here with me, and today we are going to have another Motivational Monday. You guys know I love Mondays, and today has been just a fabulous day. So let's hop into it, and I hope that this particular video is something that will encourage and inspire you to love Mondays. So for today's Motivational Monday this morning, I realized I know what I want to do. I wanted to do a video for you guys on why goals are important and what to do after you set them. You guys know this is dog and her tail. Stop, Shelby. Maybe if I block her, she can't walk that way. Anyway, so we're going to talk a little bit about goal setting and then what do you do after you set those goals. Maybe my goal needs to be sitting down or letting the dog outside, but I do these videos for you guys. Actually, it's really wet outside. It has been raining for a couple days, and she gets very wet and muddy when she's outside, and she loves running through the puddles. So anyway, not all dogs love water, but this chick does. And of course, she's after the kitty cat. Anyway, back to goal setting. My goal is always to be clear and concise and not go on a rabbit trail every video I make. And you guys know, if you stuck with me this long, rabbit trails are my friend. Anyway, so a goal without a plan is just a wish. That is a very famous quote that many people use. And to me, a goal that comes with the to-do list is not a goal. It's just a plan. That's all it is. Maybe a plan without an end. Maybe it's just, some of us do really well with to-do lists. I know I do. If I sit down and write down all the things that I want to get done and get to mark those off, at the end of the day, I look back and think, oh, today was a good day. It's kind of why I like to write a lot in my planners. I don't decorate them a whole lot because I want as much writing room in them as possible. Dog. So, but the problem is some people think that to-do lists are goals, and not necessarily. If a goal is easily attainable, it's not a goal. It really isn't. If it doesn't push you, then you need to dig a little harder and make a few more goals that are just a little bit deeper than what you've been doing. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I want your goals to be attainable, but they need to kind of take you out of your comfort zone as well. Otherwise, what's the point? What's the purpose? I did jot a few notes, and I am going to look at them through this because when I set a goal, and I'm kind of laying this out for you, when you set a goal, you need to ask yourself 3 questions. What is your passion? What is going to take you to the next level? And you need to know your why. Why is it important to make a goal for that? Let's take my writing, for example. I have now started book number 2 in the Ladies of Cotton Lake series. That's the very first book I wrote and published back in 2014. It is going to be a series of 4, and I did not follow through with writing them in order. I had another book come out in 2015 that was just kind of a little small Mother's Day little gift book. And then in 2016, I released My Dirty Little Secret. So for 2017, my goal is to write 2 of the last 3 remaining books for the Ladies of Cotton Lake series. So that means, and I have another one that I have in mind, and my mind just spins ideas constantly, and I have to use, when I set a goal, I have to outline it very detailed. I have to have a plan, otherwise I'm never going to reach that goal. Let's take the book I'm reading now. You will see in my planner, probably, if not tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, sometime this week. I may even wait until the weekend to show you. I have no idea when I'm going to film that. But in my planner, I have wrote down certain days I'm going to write chapter 1, certain days I'm going to write chapter 2, and I will spend Sunday editing both chapter 1 and chapter 2. And then the week will continue the next week. My goal with that is having that set down. I know that, okay, tonight is Monday and I need to sit down in the evening time after everyone has eaten dinner and everything is settled down, and I need to kind of pound out at least half of that chapter. maybe just a quarter of it. No, a third, because I gave myself 3 days for chapter 1, and I gave myself 3 days for chapter 2, and I will edit on Sunday. Writing is important to me. I have a passion for writing. I want my writing to encourage and inspire others, especially women, in the lives that they live now, to not only just make the most of it, but to make the best of it. And by realizing that when you do that, you are just opening yourself up for an amazing life. Some of us are stuck. I know I was, and I know I have been for months, and I think I'm finally coming through it. For now, until life throws another curveball. But I'm praying that the curveballs are done. I'm praying I pass that test. We'll see. So, taking writing, I set the goal of, okay, I'm going to write this book. I don't have a deadline date, obviously, but by doing chapters, I'm hoping that it'll work. I can't promise that it will, because as you're writing, and I know when I sit down to write, characters just come to life. Different scenarios pop up. I don't ever know how a book is going to end until I'm done writing it. It's almost like I'm reading it as I'm writing it, and I'm experiencing it just the same as a reader would, because it's new. It's kind of why I love writing, I think. So I know that my passion behind writing is to encourage and inspire. I truly believe that's why I put on this earth, is to teach, to encourage, and to inspire. Right now I'm teaching, but I'm teaching pre-Kers, and I hope I'm teaching some of you guys along the way as well. What's it going to take to get me to the next level? Dedication and a little bit more consistency. It's kind of like YouTube. I do really great on consistency when life doesn't throw those curveballs, but I need to learn how to bounce back faster. That's a goal of mine. That is something that's going to have to come with time. Every time I get tested, I need to see if I can bounce back a little bit sooner. And I really think that I have this last time, which is great. And then know your why. I know why I write. I write because it is just something that is deep within me. I can't help it. I always have. From the time I was little, I would sit and write stories. When I was little, I would, in the summer, do my own research papers because I loved writing. I loved digging. I loved figuring all that out and putting it on paper. I love writing. Always have, always will. It is the passion that is within me, and that is my why. Is I want to use the talent that was given to me to not only inspire and encourage others, but to make me a better person. To maybe change the world a little bit. I always say I'm creating and oh, she's laying down. Me and my husband have created an atmosphere where our children are going to be world changers, not followers. I don't want them to follow the way the world's going right now, especially come teenagers. And I have the best teenagers that I know. I don't know any other teenagers that are better than them. And I love that. I love knowing that. And that's that. So what do you do after you set a goal? Well, you keep going. You figure out what works and what doesn't work. Maybe what works for me is not going to work for you. Maybe your goal is to have a clean house by the end of the week so that you can enjoy your weekend. My goal a lot of time is to create an environment that is peaceful and clean all the time so that I also have a lot of extra time. It takes me nothing to wipe down the kitchen and clean it up. 10 minutes tops. That's including floors, including unloading the dishwasher and reloading. It's nothing because I keep it done regularly. So for a long time, my goal was to be a better homemaker. And I do believe, here, I'll move it. I'll move it. I know I'm stuck. Sorry. I have no idea what you just looked at. You know, for a long time ago, my goal was to be a better housekeeper. Well, I kept at it and I kept at it and I would fail and I'd just be lazy. In fact, I was lazy this weekend. My body needed it. My brain needed it. I was mushed. I couldn't think. I didn't want to visit. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was just plumb tuckered out. You go from 3 o'clock in the morning to 9:30, 10 o'clock at night and do it all again. and again and again, and let's see if you get tired. I know I personally do really well on 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. Every time I cut it shorter than that, I can survive, but I'm going to hit a wall, and I'm going to hit it hard. And that's exactly what I did. I hit that wall very hard. And so I needed to rest and to recover. And here I am today, bountiful energy. I'm done with work for the day. I've worked all day, got up at 4, actually 3:45, because I wanted to get in the shower before I let the dog out to go potty. And I have a ton of energy because I slept what I needed to sleep. I stayed busy at work. Time flew, which was crazy. And I am motivated and encouraged to continue following my own goals and my own passion and my own desires. And sometimes following through with little baby steps to get to that goal is enough encouragement and motivation to keep going. Sometimes you need to crash. Sometimes you need to fail. And failure is not a bad thing. Failure is not a bad thing. You learn a lot from it. It's up to you whether your confidence soars high or it drops to the bottom. I've had a lot of things come at me in the last month. They kind of zapped my confidence, my trust in people. Kind of put a little distaste for some people I really trusted a ton, and to see that somebody could treat someone that way, I realized, and I stopped and I said, okay, God, thank you for showing me that my confidence is not in who I am with this person. My confidence is in who I am in you, and who I am, just me, and what I do, not what someone else thinks I need to do or what I do for someone else. That confidence is fake. It requires something from somebody else. I don't want that anymore. That confidence is not stable. It's not stability. It's not consistent. And I'm all about consistency and stability. Because that's when I grow. It's when I'm consistent and I'm stable. And if I let my confidence come through somebody else, there's nobody on this earth that should be responsible for that but me. And mind you, when I say that, I am not talking about my husband. It has nothing to do with anybody in my home. So don't even go there with your thoughts and questions, because that's not my issue. Anyway, go out there and set you some goals. I'd love to know what your hefty goals are. If you're setting goals that you're hitting like this all the time, and they're not going to push you out of your comfort zone and not going to kind of make you stop and say, oh gosh, I don't know if I'm going to get there. It's not going to build up your endurance. We need to build up our endurance and our perseverance. We need to build up our confidence, and we need to go out there and just say, hell yes, this is mine. This is mine. And that's where I'm at today. But I wouldn't have been if I would have gave up. I wouldn't have been if I would have gave in. And I wouldn't have been if I've become something that I wasn't, just to fit in. And I'm not going to do that. And I encourage you not to do that, because you will lose every single bit of, I want to say genuinity, but that's not a word. You will lose every bit of credibility as a person, as yourself. I don't make friends with copycats. I don't make friends with people who just follow the flow. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to follow that flow. I don't fit in normal social groups. Because I have a different perspective on life. I see things for what they are. I actually see things for what they can become, not exactly what they are. Sorry, guys. Whew, that eye is itchy today. So, go out there and make you some good goals. Share them down below in the comments. I'd love to know. I would love to be your cheerleader and encourage you along the way, and to send a little message to you to say, hey, you've got someone on your side. I know you can do this. I know it might be hard, but figure out a plan and let's do it, because you're worth it. You are worth making goals that are going to take a little bit more energy and time from you. Stop being chicken. Don't be a chicken. You guys, those of you who are watching this video, you're not chicken. You're bold. You're brave. You're confident. And you're beautiful. Every one of you. For so many different ways, you are all very beautiful. And you make a difference in this world. You make a difference in my life. And I thank you for being here today, watching this video. Hopefully getting a little bit of encouragement along the way. Help me go out there and make today better for someone else. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Happy Monday. Thank you.